What's up, guys? Today on All Sports Central, we're going to be going over a college football game preview. This one's going to be over Michigan State and Ohio State. Both of these teams got wins last week. Ohio State had a really dominant one against Nebraska. Meanwhile, Michigan State, on the other hand, had a close one to Indiana. Michigan State with that Indiana win, that was I would say more of a sloppy win. They got it done. They got 40 points there on the board, but in the end, it just did not look like one of the better ones that you'd see out of a top 25 team. But yeah, Michigan State is ranked 25th here this week, but they do still have a lot to improve on if they're going to beat a team here like Ohio State. For stat-wise, they had Lewerke. He did pretty well last night. 18 for 36, 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. Of course, that's a lot of incompletions. He was only 50%, and that's not very good ratio there. But 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. Overall, that is pretty good. Ohio State, on the other hand, looked like they're going to have a test this week there against Nebraska on the road. Nebraska is a team that's been improving very much over the weeks, it seems like, and also in a very hostile environment. It looked like it could have been a trap game there for Ohio State. But it turned out to be a game that Ohio State would dominate. 48-7 would be your final score. They would absolutely annihilate Nebraska. And Ohio State coming into this week looks like possibly a top 3 team in the nation. They're ranked 4th right now going into this week in the AP poll. But in my own college football rankings that I posted earlier today, as this is being recorded on Sunday before the game, I had said that Ohio State should be ranked 2nd. I put them number 2 in my rankings. I'm very, very impressed with Ohio State so far this season. Stat-wise, J.K. Dobbins, a running back, had 24 attempts for 177 yards. He did not have any touchdowns, surprisingly enough, but he still had a really, really good day yardage-wise. This is going to be on the 5th of October, 7:30 Eastern. Spread currently says Ohio State by 13. The FPI is saying 89% chance of Ohio State winning this one, and also Vegas has given Ohio State a 13-point advantage, 41-28. And of course, we still have several days until this game begins. And so the spread in the FPI all will likely change as we get further along the week. But yeah, Ohio State is heavily favored here in this one. Here's your stat comparison. Michigan State is currently ranked 38th in total offense. They're 65th in rushing game and then 29th in passing game. Meanwhile, for Ohio State, they're in the single digits for total offense and rushing offense. Of course, with J.K. Dobbins at running back, this team is very, very dangerous there. And Justin Fields is looking fantastic so far. There for Ohio State. Their passing game is surprisingly enough in the low 30s. But still, though, 37, that is still a pretty good position there for the passing game. Defensively, Michigan State is 22nd in total defense. They're 8th in rushing defense and 64th in passing defense. Meanwhile, for Ohio State, they're 12th in total defense, 23rd in rushing defense, and then 15th in passing. Kind of looking at between both of these, we've got Ohio State, which is 3rd in rushing game, and Michigan State is 8th in rushing defense. And so kind of looking at that shows that Michigan State can cover Ohio State's strong spot. Ohio State doesn't really have a big advantage in trying to take advantage of their opponent's weak spot. We kind of see it's pretty close to the same for the passing game as well. Ohio State has a pretty good passing game, but Michigan State's weak spot on the defense is the passing defense. And so that could be a place where Ohio State could take advantage of Michigan State, and I believe that could very well happen. But Ohio State has got a great defense right now. Of course, they are in the top 25 for all 3 of those categories. Michigan State is 65th in rushing game, so they can't really do as much there. But unfortunately for Michigan State, Ohio State's strongest point on defense is the passing defense. And so, they also have a great defensive line. You're going to have to watch out for that as well. We saw that with Nebraska. They just did not give Adrian Martinez a single chance at getting any big plays. Once again, looking at our previous games, Michigan State beat Indiana 40-31, then Ohio State beat Nebraska 48-7. Here's a few key points on this one. Ohio State is absolutely on fire right now. They have blown out all 5 of their opponents so far, and that includes Indiana on the road as well. Michigan State will need to be perfect in this game. They cannot have turnovers. They cannot give up any bad losses. They need to be able to be basically perfect on every drive. They need to be scoring. They cannot let Ohio State get up in front of them at all. And could this be a first big test for Ohio State? I believe it will be. I think Michigan State is a decent team. I mean, they've gotten beat by Arizona State so far. It's still Michigan State, I believe, is a team, but that is a force to be reckoned with right now. But with having it in the horseshoe, I think that could be a very big advantage for Ohio State. How would each team win? If Michigan State hangs on early and possibly takes the lead eventually, that could be great for them. But for Ohio State, shut down Michigan State early, and you should get the win there. But nonetheless, here's my prediction. I think Ohio State takes control of this one. I'm very confident that Ohio State is a team worthy of making a Big Ten championship and also worthy of making a college football playoff bid this season. Unless a big flop happens, this Ohio State team is going to be extremely brutal to play against. I think Michigan State holds with them early. 14-10 is going to be your halftime score. Ohio State leads. But in the end, Ohio State's going to get 3 touchdowns in the second half. That's going to lead them to a 35-17 win over Michigan State. Yeah, let me know guys' thoughts on this game in the comments below. If you think Michigan State can pull an upset, be sure to let me know. Let me know guys' thoughts though. I mean, what do you think of Ohio State? Is this a college football playoff caliber team? I mean, there's word going around that Ohio State possibly could have been this week, possibly ranked second or ranked third. I believe they got 7 first place votes in the AP poll this week too as well. Something to note there. But Ohio State for sure is definitely a very dangerous team, a very tough team. Michigan State's going to need to give them all they're going to need to give Ohio State all that they possibly have if they're even going to have a chance here. But yeah, let me know guys' thoughts once again. Thank you guys all for watching. Subscribe if you'd like to. I appreciate all you guys that do that, and I'll see y'all later.